Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox, take a close-up look and test the Bob & Brad C2 massage gun. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So in this box is a Bob & Brad C2 massage gun, and taking a look around the box packaging we can see some product information as well as the barcode for this massage gun. And taking a look at the back or bottom of the box packaging, there's a list of features for this Bob & Brad C2 mini massage gun. And now let's go ahead and open up the box by pulling out the box tab. And lifting the box flaps to reveal the contents inside. Let's slide the contents out and setting it on the table and just closing the box back up and setting it on the right hand side of the table and giving you a look at the freshly removed content of this Bob & Brad C2 massage gun. And now let's go ahead and slide the clear recyclable plastic bag off from the carry case, and of course making sure that plastic bag is kept away from babies, toddlers, as well as pets, and recycle it thoughtfully, and giving you a full and clear look at this Bob & Brad C2 mini massage guns carry case or storage case. So you can see that it does have a textile or fabric design or cover with a grayish weave and just giving you some idea of the sturdiness of the carry case as well. So it does have a firm shell design. And let's go ahead and slide the double sliders along its zipper. And of course, lifting the cover open and giving you a look directly inside this carry case. Okay, and let's go ahead and remove the contents and set them on the tabletop so you have a full and clear view of all the items from this Bob & Brad C2 massage guns carry case, and of course all the contents and accessories that come with this massage gun. So giving you a look at the carry case once again. This time the internals we can see molded specific to the accessories and the massage gun itself. Right here is the carry case with the Bob & Brad branding, and just setting that to the side. So setting that on the left hand side of the table as we continue and spread the contents from the carry case across the tabletop so you have a full and detailed view of everything that comes with this Bob & Brad C2 massage gun. So right there, the contents for the Bob & Brad C2 mini massage gun. Let's start off by first taking a look at this packet here. So there is a clear grip seal packet with a user manual inside. Let's pop it open. And of course, sliding the user manual out from the clear grip seal pouch or case so we can see the details contained within the manual itself. So right here, the user manual. And let's flip open the page to give you some idea of the information contained within this user manual. And we can see that there are 5 languages covered in this user manual. And we're just looking at the English section or pages. And just flipping through. And now we're in the German section, and so on and so forth. Okay, setting the user manual back down and to the side. Let's move on to the next items. So we do have what appears to be a grommet or gasket here. So a spare grommet or gasket in a grip seal pouch. Let's set that to the side, setting it on the right hand side of the table. And moving right along, there is a packet here with a USB label on it. Let's pop it open so we can see what exactly is inside. So in the packet is a USB cable with a Type A end on the right and a USB Type C on the opposite end. So they're giving you a look. So this cable is used for recharging the massage gun. So standard USB A and USB C at opposite ends. Okay, so just setting that cable to the side, setting it on the left hand side or right hand side of the table, and just making sure we can try and keep everything in frame. And of course we have the massage heads as well, so 5 massage heads here. Just trying to line them up as best I can, and of course they have a tendency to roll around as well. So right there, 5 massage heads. Let's take a look at the first one. So we do have a fork head, and we can see that it does have a rather sturdy and hard design, just squeezing it on its sides and giving you a look at how it attaches. Just simply plugging it into the socket of the massage gun and moving right along. There is an air cushion head. So they have that universal plug or fitment, and giving you a look as to the material. So it does have a firm or semi-firm rubber design at the top with the head, and slightly firmer towards the midsection and of course towards the neck of the attachment. And moving right along, we have a bullet head here, so very solid in design, and we can see right there does have a rounded pointed tip, and of course that universal connector or plug. And moving right along, we do have another attachment or head here, and this one is also a very sturdy and solid head with a slightly flat and slightly rounded towards the edges. Okay, and moving right along, lastly, we do have the ball head. So over here is the ball head, so giving you a look at its overall shape, trying to get the camcorder to focus as well. So it does have a slightly porous or rough texture, as you can hear as I run my finger along its surface. And in terms of hardness, you can hear it is does have a very firm design. It does compress slightly, but very, very slightly right there as I push down with my index finger on the right. And squeezing it as well, giving you some idea right there as I try and compress it. So slightly firm with a slightly coarse texture. And of course, finally, we do have the Bob & Brad C2 massage gun itself. Of course, it's still packaged. Let's remove the translucent plastic packet and set it to the side. And here is the Bob & Brad C2 mini massage gun. So giving you a look right round. I'm just going to set it on the tabletop so you can see it clearly before I start handling it. So making sure everything is in full and clear view for you right there. And of course making some minor adjustments to the layout of the tabletop to ensure that everything is nice and neat, of course, with no obstructions to your view or viewing pleasure. So right there. Everything in clear view. Let's start off by, of course, taking a look at the Bob & Brad massage gun itself. So giving you some sense of the size, my hand gripping the pistol grip or handle of the massage gun. So weight wise, it does have a kind of light to medium weight to it, so nothing too noticeable in terms of the weight and heft. And taking a look around the details of the massage gun, we can see on the underside it does have some product information and specifications along with the USB-C charging port. So it does use a battery that's used by iPhones and Samsung products. So I suppose that's kind of reliable. And taking a look at the other details as well. And at the front and at the top. So the top does have a vented design, as you can see the holes and perforations around the circumference of the top, and of course on the flat of the top as well. So right there is the Bob & Brad C2 massage gun with the Bob & Brad branding. And taking a closer up look at the front, right there is the socket for attaching the 5 heads, of course, one at a time. And on the opposite end, the Bob & Brad branding once again. And at the rear, of course, does have an on-off button and some LED indicator lights at the top as well. And we can see that it does have a glossy design around the trim or garnish around the multifunction button. And in terms of grip, it does have a silicone grip right there, you can see. So we're seeing the overall details of this Bob & Brad C2 massage gun in various aspects. So right there, going right around, and the close-up details from various angles, and trying to give you as much detail as possible, of course. And the compliance information, of course, with the specifications, and back to the rear again with that on-off button along with the array of LEDs. Okay, so now let's go ahead and turn it on just for some idea as to how it does perform. So at the bottom there are indicator lights as well. So right there, I believe those are for the battery or the power reserve for the battery. So 4 LEDs indicated, and they're in a bright or dark blue. And at the top we can see 1 of 5 LEDs lit. Let's get the camcorder to focus, which is slightly struggling at the moment. But once we achieve, I guess it's because of the vibration, so right there, now things are looking a lot clearer now. So we can see on the bottom of the handle, 4 lights fully lit for the power, reserve or battery capacity, remainder, and at the top is the speed. So it does have a speed range of 2000 to a maximum of 3200 RPM with 5 steps incrementing at 300 RPM per step. So let's tap on the button to see how that responds. So right there at the maximum 3200 RPM or 3200, it is still relatively quiet. Of course, we don't have any attachments yet, or at least we've not fixed on any attachments or heads. Just giving you some sense, just the way it is on its own without any attachments. Right there, turning it off completely so you can hear the noise difference, and we can see the power indicator LEDs at the bottom somewhat. Okay, and let's turn it on again. So pressing and holding brings it to life, and let's see if it does restore or resume at the last setting. So if I press and held on the power button, it does turn off. Pressing and holding again, always starts at the first or slowest or lowest speed, which is 2000 RPM. And you can hear just how quiet that is, and the stroke action as well, giving you some sense of the piston or stroke, which is an 8mm stroke length for this Bob and Brad C2 massage gun. And now let's go ahead and test the heads out. So let's start off with the fork head. So let's see if we simply push it in and plug it in into the socket. And of course, it can rotate 360 degrees. And it does have a very smooth and easy fitment, as you can see, just plugging in the head. I'm just going to do some rearrangements with the heads in the background so they don't interfere as we focus on the action of this massage gun with the fork head. So let's turn it on by pressing and holding on the power button again, and you can see at the lowest speed of 2000 RPM, the 8mm stroke action. And of course, just testing it on my forearm, it does have a nice and relaxing action, and I'm applying a moderate amount of force on my forearm and a lot of force now. You can hear that motor does strain slightly, but it's still going very, very strong, and that's at the lowest setting. Just giving you some sense right there, pressing against my palm, trying to stall the motor, and you can hear my voice wobbling as well. And that's pretty incredible in terms of the stall force, not stalling at all. Let's step it up some more. So second speed setting, so that's 2300, 2006, 2009, and the maximum 3002, and still very, very quiet. And once again, applying a lot of force right there, trying to stall the motor, and I'm unable to do so. So right there is the fork head. And let's turn it off by simply tapping on the power button. And let's unplug the fork head, setting it down and moving right along to the next head. So let's do the air cushion head next, and simply once again pushing it and holding it into the massage gun and pressing and holding once again, starting it up. There we go, starting at 2000, the lowest setting or speed again, and giving you some sense of this air cushion head, and demonstrating by pressing the massage gun and my palm together to try and slow it down or even stop it. And it does overpower my ability to try and stall that motor, but it is still going very, very intently and intensely as well. Now let's increase the speed. As you can see, 2 lights, 3 lights, so 2600 RPM, the middle speed or medium speed. And once again, giving you a look at its performance right there, nice and steady and strong. And let's pump it all the way up to the maximum speed right there, 3200 RPM. And now it's off. Okay, so let's unplug the air cushion head and move on to the next head. So let's do the ball head. So this one, as we've seen earlier, does have a very, very firm head with a slight amount of give. The main thing about this head is it is or does have a slightly coarse texture. Now let's turn on the massage gun once again, pressing and holding on the power button and giving you a look at that pistoning action or stroking action of 8mm. And as we step up the speed, you can see that action right there. And that's the maximum speed right now, with 5 LEDs fully illuminated. So you can hear the different speeds. So back to 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try again. Turning it back on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the 5 speeds and 5 lights. And now let's try again, this time straight in with the maximum speed. And you can see trying to apply as much pressure as I can, and still it continues to stroke away. And right here, just gently running it along my forearm to give you some idea. As to the operation of this massage gun. So right there you can see simple and effortless one-touch operation, and pressing and holding turns it off from its current speed of operation. Okay, so popping that ball head off and moving on to the next head. So we do have a flat head here, you can see, with a slight rounding or tapering around the edges or circumference. So plugging that in and turning the massage gun on. So right there you can see it looks rather serious, as it is almost like a pistol with that head attachment. And this time around, once again, giving you a look as to its operation. Just demonstrating in my palm right there. So this is the middle speed. And once again, you can hear that it does have a very low noise motor operation. And this is the second highest speed, 2,900 RPM. Once again, you can see the action of that head. And let's go for the maximum 3,200 RPM. And right there, trying to stop the motor or stall the motor. And once again, I have failed to stop it, so it does have a pretty high powered, high torque motor right there. And we can always just toggle through the speeds again, very simply, or turn it off right there. Okay, and lastly we do have the fifth and final head, which is the bullet head. So I'm just going to make some slight adjustments around the tabletop to make sure everything is still in view as best I can right there. So bullet head now, last and final head, and let's insert it into the massage gun and turning the massage gun on. It's right there. You can see that operation of that bullet head just pistoning away with this percussive massager. So you can see right there, indicated at the back at the second speed. Now moving on to the third speed. Fourth. And finally, the maximum speed. And toggling right through the speeds again. And let's unplug that bullet head. So very simply, just pulling it straight out from its front. And setting the heads on the tabletop. So that's the Bob and Brad C2 massage gun. Thanks for watching and happy massaging!